talking about the role of shoes. This is probably the #1 question I get, so I figured this was a good topic to start with. So in this video, we're going to talk about the role of shoes and then my recommendations for getting a pair of shoes. The role of shoes is to protect your feet from the elements. You want to make sure that it's appropriate. Maybe you don't want to be wearing a trail shoe when you're running on concrete, and you don't want to necessarily be in a shoe that things could easily go through, like sticks and rocks. You maybe want more of a trail shoe if you're going to be running on those type of surfaces. So when you're just looking for something to protect your feet, you want to try to minimize how much cushioning and extra stuff is in there. My favorite analogy is using a golf club to fix your golf swing. Now, I'm a terrible golfer. Ask my husband. Every time I golf, I have a terrible slice to the right. So no matter what golf club I use, until I fix my form, until I fix my skill of my swing, no matter what club I go by, however much money I spend, my form will not be fixed until I practice it and learn what I'm doing wrong. It's the same for shoes. Shoes can enhance your performance, just like a golf club can enhance my swing, but it's certainly not going to fix my problem. And so when you go to a shoe store, which I do recommend, I don't recommend going to a big box store, and I don't recommend going on Amazon or a shoe company's website and just picking what you think might work. I recommend that you go to a specialty shoe store. Here in Crystal Lake, we have a wonderful store named the Running Depot. They have specialists there that all they deal with is fitting running shoes. So help support small businesses too while you're there. But actually purchase your shoe from an expert like you would at the Running Depot. And so once you're picking out your shoe, my general rule is 3 C's. So #1, like the color, because if you hate your shoes, you're not going to want to wear them. The second C is cushioning, not too much cushioning. Though it seems ironic, more cushioning is actually worse for your foot and your knee and your hip and your back. So it may mask cushioning, or it may mask the impact that's happening right at your foot, but that doesn't mean that that impact isn't traveling further up, maybe in your knee or your hip. So I would be wary of a shoe that has a ton of cushioning in it. You can test cushioning by bending and twisting. If it has a lot of cushioning, it won't really move. It'll be really stiff. You won't be able to move it. And so sometimes those rigid shoes are not the best option for certain runners. And my 3rd C is comfort. Could you wear the shoes, if you're going to be walking around in downtown Chicago, could you walk around all day in them and they're pretty comfortable? So it's really simple to get a pair of shoes. Keep in mind the 3 C's and make sure you follow up with a shoe fitting expert. Next week, we'll be talking about how to fix your form, how to start some basic understanding of how to address your form, because that, I think, is a key place to start. So if you have any questions, you can always get a hold of us at smithptrun.com. You can always message us through our Facebook page or our Instagram page. So hope you guys have a great week, and I'll see you next week.